Okay, guys, we're going to start our study of World War One. World War One is actually a very confusing topic in history. So I'm going to divide our study of World War One into three individual movies. The first movie, this movie is going to be on causes of World War One. We're going to watch that one today. The second movie that you'll be doing for homework is Weapons of World War One. And the third movie that you will be doing for homework is the United States in World War One. Each of these movies will be on PlayPosit and they will have questions. So we're going to be learning about causes, weapons, and the United States in World War One. There are four main causes of World War One. We remember those main causes using the acronym MAIN. M-A-I-N. The first cause starts with an M. It is militarism. If you look at this word, it looks like the word military. And that's exactly what it means. Militarism means that various countries started to build stronger armies and get more weapons. So the first cause of the war is militarism. Countries in Europe had stronger armies and more weapons. The second main cause, so there it is again, M-A-I-N. The second main cause starts with an A, alliances. Just like in militarism, you can see a smaller word inside the word alliances. If I look at just the beginning, it looks like a word we know, ally. And ally just means friend. So the second cause of World War I is that various countries were friends, and those friends had enemies. So if we look here, the big three countries that we were fighting against, the bad countries we'll say, were Italy, Austria-Hungary, and Germany. During the war, they're fighting against Russia, France, and Britain. Now here's where they're arguing, right here. They're fighting over this area, which is known as the Balkans, and I'll show you a map later in this movie. Bulgaria, which is right next to Serbia, likes these guys, but Serbia hates Austria-Hungary and likes Russia. So we have all these people who are friends and they have enemies. And we know when there's people who are friends but have enemies, it could lead to war. So the second cause of World War I was alliances. So we're on the third main cause. So we know militarism, the building up of militaries, and alliances, groups of friendships. Now we have I, imperialism. This is a harder word. We talked a little bit about the United States being imperialistic and taking over Hawaii, but we see that this was happening all over Europe. I think that this is a really great image right here. Germany and France almost went to war 3 times over Morocco. So we have Germany and France, who we saw in the last slide, are enemies, and they're fighting over land in Africa. That's imperialism, when a strong country takes over a weak country. So Germany and France, the strong countries, are trying to take over Morocco, which was a weaker country. Right here we have the same thing. England and France, who are actually allies, but they're arguing over Sudan, a weaker country. So we have England and France, the stronger country, trying to take over a weaker country. Then we have Germany, England, Russia, all arguing about building a railroad in India. And if you see in this cartoon, it's shown as little bombs. And that's because these are little bombs that are going to lead to the big World War I. And if we look over here, I think this is a political cartoon that really shows what was going on at this time. So we say the scramble for Africa, and it ends in 1914, the year that World War I started. But you see all these different countries, Belgium, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Germany, the Ottoman Empire, or Great Britain and Holland, all going over and just taking parts of Africa. So this is a prime example of imperialism, when a strong country takes over a weaker country. And this is why we might meet someone from Africa who speaks French, or maybe even Italian. And if we go down to South Africa, we might meet someone who speaks Afrikaners, which is a combination of Dutch and traditional African languages. So this is a prime example of imperialism. So now we're on our last of the main causes of World War I. We spoke about militarism, alliances, and imperialism. Now please listen as I tell you a little bit about nationalism. If we look at the word nationalism, just as we did for militarism and alliances, we see a small word inside that word, nation or country. So nationalism means pride in one's country. But the nationalism that caused World War I was not simple pride. It was what we call extreme pride, when people believed that their country was superior or better than everyone else. Don't mind my writing, it's a little messy with my finger. So the fourth main cause of World War I was extreme nationalism, when each country believed that their country was superior to other countries. So this is an example of positive nationalism. So this is a flag, the British flag, and this man is saying, this is your flag, fight for it, encouraging people to join in World War I. But you can see that extreme pride also led to World War I. So as you can see, there were four main causes of World War I: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. But there was also an immediate cause of World War I. And that immediate cause has to do with a terrorist group called the Black Hand. Right here is their symbol. The Black Hand wanted independence and freedom for Serbia. They felt that Austria-Hungary was trying to take control of Serbia. So this man right here, Princip, he was a member of the Black Hand. So he decided that he would assassinate the Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. Princip was chosen as the man to complete the assassination because he had tuberculosis, and the doctors told him he only had a few months to live. So Princip decided that with those last few months, he would complete this assassination and hopefully gain freedom for Serbia. But what actually happened was World War I. Now I'm going to show you a series of images, and I want you to tell me which of the four main events that image relates to. So this is the first image. Take a second to look at all of these pictures, and then I want you to tell me if this image relates to militarism, alliances, imperialism, nationalism, or the immediate cause of World War I, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Here's the next image. Take a moment to look at this image and let me know if this image relates to militarism, alliances, imperialism, nationalism, or the immediate cause of World War I. Now you've completed watching the movie on the main causes of World War I. Just remember militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. The next movie you will watch is going to be about weapons of World War I. Please watch this at home during the week and answer the questions on PlayPosit. If you have any questions, come see me.